Sir, nakamute yata kayo. Sir, nakamute kayo.
I see. That is why. Okay, let's go back. Kaya pala walang sumasagot. Okay. What was the question again? The one that was asking that if we can use any formula? Parang nawala siya ngayon. Iba yung pangalan niya kanina eh. Anyway, I think he's asking, like, can we use any formula in getting the values of A, B, and C, and so on and so forth? I think, yeah, it's possible as long as you're going to use a valid solution, then that's fine. And then for sure, if it's a valid solution, then we will come up with the same answer anyway. Okay? It's just that we have a very specific way, which is quite actually easy, especially if you already finished this one in EngMat. Okay? So you will see later on. For now, any question or clarification so far regarding with this table?
Answer.
Yun yun. You're, Miss Demandant, you're the one asking a while ago about the any formula, right? Okay. So, yeah, yan. Like what I mentioned, you can use your conventional way, okay, as long as we will arrive at the same value of your A, of our A, B, and then C. Okay. Now let's have this example now so that you guys would appreciate this partial fraction in integral. Okay, so imagine there is no integral sign, just finding the a and b. It's still the same with in our Engman last term when I discussed partial fraction. Okay, but before that, okay, so you have to verify again, is this a working UDU, the logarithmic of du over u, this formula? So try to, derive this one first. The derivative of x squared minus x minus 6 is 2x minus 1, correct? Which is not the same with our numerator. So therefore, the logarithmic formula will not work on this example, or will not work in this proper fraction. Okay, so what we can do is we can factor this 1 into x minus 3 x plus 2. Okay, just multiply these two to each other and then you will get this, not that one, this. Okay, so after that, again, we'll apply the table that we had a while ago. So it's a over the first one, x minus 3, plus b over x plus 2. Then afterwards, we transpose this one on the other side. Okay, this x minus 3 x plus 2. Okay, so it will go here. So of course it will cancel some and then it will retain some. Okay, like for example on the ax plus 2, this would cancel, retaining the x. Uh, it seems that this one is quite confusing. No, not that one. Okay, so if we multiply this one to each other, this would cancel out x minus 3. Okay, retaining the x plus 2. That is why we now have this one. And then if we multiply again this one to the b, this would cancel out x plus 2. And then retaining the x minus 3. And then this is now this one. Okay? Nakuha. And how did we get those values? So it's like multiplying ito muna tayo sa una. A over x minus 3 plus b over x plus 2. So we multiply this one, x minus 3 times x plus 2, to the entire equation, the left hand and then the right hand equation. So upon multiplying this one, of course, the left hand equation, it will cancel everything. Correct? Nakuha? Can you guys follow? Can you guys understand? Okay, please let me know so that we could go faster. And for this one, of course, a times x minus 3, x plus 2 over x minus 3. So this is the first one. Okay, I just simply multiply it to each other. Of course, this would cancel out x minus 3, x minus 3, retaining a times x plus 2. Okay, which is now this one. Okay, now for the next one, do the same thing. Okay, plus, it's now b times x minus 3. Di na kasha. How do I... Okay, go dito. Plus b over times x minus 3 times x plus 2 over x plus 2. So of course, this would cancel out x plus 2 and then retaining the b times x minus 3, which is now this one. Nakuha? So step na to.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Let me just erase everything. Ang messy. Now, since we now have this one, so it's now just a matter of finding the value of a and b. So how do we do that again? So by assuming a certain value of your x. Okay, so we assume a value to make one letter or one variable 0, and then the others will give us a certain value. Okay, like for example, by assuming our x is -2, by replacing the x -2, you will see that -2 plus 2, this would give us 0. And then 0 times a is now 0. Okay, but for the b, -2 minus 3 is -5. Tama? Okay, which is now this one, and then which is now this one. And then while having -2, of course, in here, -2 times 3 is -6, plus 11 is now equal to +5. And as a result, this would give us 5 is equal to -5b. Or just simply, b is equal to -1. Okay, because b is equal to 5 over -5 is equal to -1. Nakakasunod? Okay. So the same thing with our with our letter B, okay? If we want to find letter B, ano ba yung kinuha natin? B na nga pala to. If we want to find letter A rather, find a value, okay, wherein your B will become 0. I think it's very obvious. Just assume a value of 3, that would give us 3 minus 3, which is now 0, and then 0 times B is now, of course, a 0, retaining the value of your A. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 times 3 for this one is 9. Plus 11 is 20. So that would give us A is equal to 20 over 5, or just simply A is equal to 4. Okay, may ano si Miss Demandante. Transpose to numerator po, sir. Which part? Ito ba yon? Ah, yes, yes. For this one, sige, simplify natin to. Itong part lang na muna na to. So this is 5 is equal to B negative 5. Yes, i-transpose mo lang para mukha mo yung B. Diba? Lagay mo lang to sa baba. Is equal to 5 negative 5, which is now negative 1. Okay? So, was I able to answer your question, Miss Demandante? Nawala naman na yata. Anyway, so, just let me know, Miss Demandante, if you have more questions later on kapag napanood mo yung video that, you know, and I was able to answer your question. Okay. So anyway, for the others, are we clear on how did we get the negative 1 and then 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just simply plug that into our A and B. Okay, this is our A, this is our B. Okay, then afterwards, we can now do integration by parts. Okay, so this one now is under logarithmic formula. Okay, the du over u. So the derivative of x minus 3 is just simply dx. Okay, so pwede nyo ilabas actually itong constant. So in other words, parang dx lang natitira. So it's working u du. So we can use now the formula of logarithmic. So it's now 4 ln x minus 3 minus. Just bring this one out again. So the derivative of x plus 2 is just simply dx. Okay. So which is now a working u du. So we can now use the formula of logarithmic. So it's now ln x plus 2 plus c. Okay. So were you guys able to follow on how did we get this answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hopefully all of you are clear on this example number 1 because we are now going to proceed to example number 2. So in here, do the same thing, just like before. Check first, is it a partial, is it a proper fraction? So yes, it is because the denominator is a higher degree than our numerator. Second is check first, maybe it's doable by a logarithmic formula. So by deriving this one, so deriving that one, this would give us 9x squared plus 8x minus 4. Then let's see, is it doable? This one can be divided into two parts, x plus 2, x minus 2. But what about this one? Seems that it's not. Okay, we can have 3x minus 2 and then 3x plus 2. But that would, yeah, that wouldn't give us the exact number for the middle part. Okay, as to why, d over u is not doable, or it's not possible. So our third option now is the partial fraction. Okay, so to do that one, okay, find a way to factor this one out. Okay, so let's say you were able to figure out that the factor of this denominator is x times x plus 2 times 3x minus 2. Then you can now proceed by having this kind of format. It's now a over x, so it's from left to right, a over x plus b over x plus 2 plus c over 3x minus 2. Okay, then afterwards, again, just multiply this entirely, okay, to left and then a right hand equation Then just cancel out whatever will cancel and retain whatever will retain. And then you should be able to get this one. It's a times x plus 2 times 3x minus 2, b times x times 3x minus 2, c times x times x plus 2. Okay. Then afterwards, it's just a matter of same thing, a matter of finding a value to make two letters 0 and then one letter will give us a certain value. So notice that by having 0, the B and then the C will give us a 0 value, correct? Okay. And then at the same time, that would give us a value in our letter A. So 0 plus 2 is simply 2. So A times 2 is A2. And then 0 times 3 is 0, of course. And then retaining the negative 2, which is now this one. So A times 2 times negative 2 is just simply negative 4. Again, 4 over negative 4 is just simply negative 1. So the other value, let's say negative 2, okay? So let's see what will happen if we have a value of negative 2. So negative 2 plus 2, in this case, that would give us a 0 value for A, correct? And then negative 2 as well, in here, negative 2 plus 2 will give us a 0 value for C. But for the letter B, okay, that would give us a certain value, okay? Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Is it negative 6? Negative 2 times 3 is, yeah, negative 6 minus 2 is negative 4. Why is it negative 8? Negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8, correct. Para sa negative. And then b times negative 2 is, of course, negative 2. Then just simplify this one. This would give us 16, positive 16. So 8 over positive 16 would give us 1 half. Now for the last one, let's see. Okay, we're now looking for the value of C. Okay, by having a value of 2/3, okay, so let's see what will happen. So 2 over 3 plus 2 is a normal number, so that would give us a certain value. For this one, 2/3. So 3 times 2/3 minus 2. 3 times 2 is 6 times 3 divided by 3 is 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. So any number that is multiplied to 0 will give us 0. So same here, since we have the same 3x minus 2, by having 2/3, this would give us 0. And then any number that is multiplied to 0 will give us 0. But in here, 2/3 plus 2 will give us 8 over 3. Okay, and then C times 2/3 is now C times 2/3. Just simply multiply this one to each other. This would give us 16 over 9. And then on the other side, on the left hand, so 2/3, this one here, 2/3 squared plus 4. So 2/3 squared is just simply 4 over 9. Then 4 over 9 plus 4. Okay, let us use the calculator. 4 divided by 9 plus 4 is equals to 4.444. Unfortunately, this wouldn't give me a fraction version. But let's see. It should be 4.44 for 40 over 9. 40 divided by 9 is 4.44. So they are just the same. So the correct answer for this one is 40 over 9. Okay. And then simplify further. Okay. So this is now 16 over 9. Dito na lang. 40 over 9 is equals to C, 16 over 9. So just cross multiply, okay? And then retain the C in here. So C is equals to 40 times 9 over 16 times 9. 40 times 9 is 360. 16 times 9 is equals to saan na yung aking calculator? 16 times 9 is equals to 144. And 360 over 144 is equals to 2.5. So let's see if it's the same. Yeah, 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is 2.5. So this one is correct. Now afterwards, okay, of course, you can now plug in our values, okay, in here. And then we can now do integration by parts. So negative 1 over x is a working du over u. It's a logarithmic formula. Okay, so we will now have negative ln x. For this one, the same thing, just bring out the 1/2 since it's a constant. 1/2 ln x plus 2, since the derivative of x plus 2 is just simply dx. Okay, by default, of course, we have a dx here and then an integral sign. Integral sign and then the dx. Okay, so the answer here is 1/2 ln x plus 2. Plus, you can bring this one out first, 5/2. Derivative of 3x minus 2 is 3 dx. So we don't have 3 in here, so that is why we have to use a balancing factor, which is 1/3. Okay, so why did this become 5/6? That is because of 1/3 times 5/2, which is equal to 5 over 6, which is now this one. And then don't forget our plus C. So were you guys able to follow so far? Okay. So 1 out of 14. Okay.
Clarification lang po.
Ano yun, Miss Pagbilao?
Logarithmic formula po ba yung ginamit dun sa may dito sa 1/3, yung may balancing formula?
Yes, dito. Logarithmic formula siya. So if we are going to repeat the process, kung yan lang yung integrate natin, so 5/2, shortcut ko na lang. Initially, of course, this is a constant, right? So we can already bring this one out as a constant. So retaining dx over 3x minus 2. Tama? And then getting this one as your u, 3x minus 2, the du is 3 dx, correct? And then notice that we don't have 3 in our numerator. That is why we have to use a balancing factor, which is 1/3. And as you can see, it's now a working u du. Okay, kasi dx na lang yung natitira. So as a result, okay, we can now use the logarithmic formula. Okay, ln 3x, we forgot the constant and then the balancing factor. So 5/2 times 1/3 ln 3x minus 2 plus c. Or, again, it's 5 over 6. And then, just copy that one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, anything else? Alright. So, hopefully, nakuha nyo.
Sir.
Yes, Mr. Baisa?
Sir, dun po sa X sa left side, paano mag-determine yung values dun? Di po, bottom left.
Mhm. Bottom left, ito ba?
Hindi po, sa leftmost X. Yun po.
Dito.
Okay yun. Yes, sir.
Uh, it's up to you. Okay, you have to figure out which value you're going to substitute. Kasi alamin mo dapat 'di ba tatlong variable. Ang goal mo is by having this value that you will assume is that you will make the two variables zero and then one variable has a value. Okay? Kayo yung mag-a-assume nito. Kayo yung mag-iisip ano nga ba yung value para mapa-zero ko yung iba and then will give me a value of A, B, and then C. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so if you guys don't have any questions anymore, this will be your assignment. Okay, 1 and 2. Please answer this on a 1/2 crosswise. Okay, to be submitted next week, Wednesday. Okay? That is because we're going to have a Monday, next week Monday, we're going to have a quiz on logarithmic, right? Tuesday, we will have a quiz on partial fraction. This one, the one that we just discussed right now. And then Wednesday is a new topic, and then at the same time, a submission of your assignment. All right, so this will be your assignment. 3 and 4 is just a practice exercise. You can do this one and then you can let me check if you want to verify whether you did the right thing or no. Okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it for the partial fraction. So any questions so far or clarification?
So may tanong sa chat.
Sir, may questions po sa comment. Sa chat.
Okay. Wait lang ah. Sir, yung sabi nyo po na i-check nyo yung exponent, logarithmic equation. Which part? Anong...
Yun yata yung sa may 5/2, sir.
Ito ba yun? Tinutukoy niya? Evaluate loan. Oo nga pala. Oo nga, sabi ko assignment ko to. And then I'll check why the two in here vanish. Okay. So hindi ko pa na-figure out. I forgot actually. So next week Wednesday I'll answer this one. But for now, okay. If ever that we're going to have this kind of let's say quiz, okay. So hindi ko na isasama to.
Diretso plus points na yun, sir.
Sige, plus points. Kasi hindi natin nasagutan eh. Okay, kasi parang nag-magic yung solution. Alright, so anything else? Yeah, i-upload ko to later sa Canvas. Ano, bakit kaya? Bakit kaya nawala? Yeah, sige. Kung wala na kayong questions, so you guys may now go and then see you guys next week. So again, don't forget Monday, Tuesday is a quiz and then Wednesday is a new discussion.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, goodbye. So review kayo